Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah. Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah. Alhamdulillah, wa salam,
Okay, inshallah, let's go ahead and get started.
Oh, hold on.
Alhamdulillah, wa salam,
Alhamdulillah, wa salam Allah wa Rasulullah. Welcome to another session of the Sunnahfollowers Tawheed class. And for this class, we are studying the names of Allah. We are studying the names of Allah. And this is the class that is so important because if we can understand the meaning of the names of Allah and apply those meanings to our lives, then we would be able to handle the trials that Allah sends to us. We'll also be able to have a better relationship with Allah, and we would be so strong in our iman that no one can take us down. But the problem is most Muslims today do not understand the meaning of Allah's names, even though they can recite them. So let's look at the name for today here, the name for today. And I did post it up on Facebook for everyone to look at as well. And here the name is now. It's a simple name, but it's a name that's going to bring about a lot of thought. The name for Allah. Let's read it in Arabic. El Hakam, El Hakam, El Hakam, El Hakam, El Hakam. Okay, and I put in parentheses short ha, short ka, because a lot of people will say Hakam. No, Hakam is a different word with a different meaning. Or a person will say Hakam. Nope, that's a different word with a different meaning. Or Hakam. Nope, it's El Hakam. Everything, the short ha and short ka. El Hakam, El Hakam, El Hakam, El Hakam. And what does that mean in English? Well, El Hakam in English means the judge or the one who gives justice. So now, what does it mean to be a judge? I want you guys to look up the meaning of the word judge. Someone go to dictionary.com, look up the meaning of the word judge, and that will help us to understand what it means to be the judge or the one who brings justice. Look up the meaning of the word judge and then take the mic and tell me what it means.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
The judge means to form an opinion about through careful weighing of evidence and testing of premises.
Something simpler. Those words are too complicated for the average speaking English person to understand.
Okay.
Try dictionary.com instead of Webster's. If you want to find the most simplest meaning of all, because I'm gonna have to break all those words down because most people don't know what that stuff means. Anything that's larger than 4 letters, we have a hard time understanding, and that's just the reality. Look up judge. Go to dictionary.com and just tell me what judge means.
It says to form an opinion or a conclusion about something.
That might be simple. Okay, the judge, one who forms a, let's say, conclusion, because our opinion might be too much. A conclusion about something. Also, look up the word justice. Look up the word justice on dictionary.com. What does justice mean? Justice.
Assalamu
Wa alaikum salam.
It's given me, it's saying that placing things in their rightful place and giving equal treatment to others.
The one who places things in their rightful place. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, so what does it mean to be the judge or the giver of justice? It means Allah is the one who forms a conclusion, who forms conclusions. He's the one who forms conclusions and who places things in their rightful place. Okay. Allah, he is the one who forms conclusions and who places things in their rightful place. That's what Hakam means. That's what it means to be the judge or the giver of justice. Allah is the one who forms conclusions and who places things in their rightful place. So now, how does Allah prove to us that he's the one who forms conclusions? How does Allah prove to us that he's the one who places things in their rightful place? Look around you, think about your existence, think about the earth, think about the world, the creation, everything that you know. And tell me, how does Allah prove it?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Okay, Allah determines when we live and when we're going to die.
Okay, you use determine. Determine is another name. This is not about being the determiner.
Okay.
This is
When
about
Allah,
being the one who forms conclusions.
Allah concludes when we will leave this earth.
Okay. He concludes. Good job. Just make sure you use the right words.
Gotcha.
And again, that's how y'all can catch if you saying it wrong. It has to have the meaning in your answer. If your answer uses the word other than that, because Allah got many, many names. We don't want to talk about nothing but being the one who forms conclusions and who places things in their rightful place. And alhamdulillah, Anissa came up with an excellent. He concludes, say it again, Anissa, so I can type it.
He concludes when we leave this earth.
When we leave, when we leave. Oh, see, I can't type good. This earth. Good job, Anissa. That was easy. See, it's not hard. Just use the right words. Anyone else? Give me another.
He's concluded laws and regulations for us.
What he did? What?
Is concluded laws and regulations for us.
Okay, no. Do you guys know what conclusion? Sister, that's why I thought you guys gonna not know what that means. Sister Melion, go to dictionary.com. Give me the meaning of the word conclusion. I tell you, if it's longer than 3-4 letters, we don't know what it means.
Okay.
What does it mean? What does conclusion mean?
A judgment or a decision reached by reasoning.
Okay, so Allah is the one who forms decisions based on, what is it, reasoning?
Yep, reasoning.
Let's say based on reasons, and one who places things in their rightful place. Now, does that make it easier for you guys? Allah forms decisions based on reasons, and he places things in their rightful place. So now give me an example as to how Allah proves that he's the one who forms decisions. Well, one example is he decides when we leave this earth. So now I'm gonna change the word from conclude to decide. He decides when we leave this earth. Okay, now, anyone else? Give me a proof that Allah is the one who forms decisions based on reasons.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I was thinking that he decides outcomes of events.
Like what? You got, that's too broad. You got to narrow it.
Okay, okay, I'm kind of stuck
There's a
right now.
million things you can come up with based on that answer you just
Oh,
gave.
okay.
That's a category. You gave me a
Okay.
category. Now give me an example that falls in that category.
Okay, he forms decisions on how a war would end or something like that. Because that's still
You
too.
can make it even more easier. You said Allah forms decisions. Okay, he's the one who forms decisions based on reasons. Now, with that, what can you think of? Just don't overthink it.
I think
He
I am
decides
overthinking.
when we leave this earth. He decides when, come on, guys, add it.
Just decides when the sun and the moon
There
rise.
you go. He
Yes.
decides when it rains. He
Yeah.
decides when it rains.
Yes.
When it rains or snows or hails or anything in that category, he decides the weather. He decides the weather. Okay, come on, guys.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
He decides when we wakes up.
That's too simple. We already said when we leave this earth. That's already in the category of leaving the earth.
Oh, let me think.
Assalamu alaikum.
And remember, he's one who forms decisions based on reasons and who places things in their rightful place. Go ahead, Faiza. Listen to Faiza's answer.
I was going to say Allah is the one who decides to bless or punish.
There you go. He decides who to bless or whom to punish. Good job. Come on, guys.
And then
This is
I
easy.
just wanted to, I have another definition for the giver of justice.
Yes, go ahead.
I looked up the definition of justice and it said just behavior or treatment. And then I looked up the word just, and that means based on what is right and fair.
That's good. Rightful place. Well, he's the one who places things in their right. It's still the same thing.
Okay.
He's the one who places things in their rightful place. Or we can say he is
Or
the
the-
one who's
Right
right,
and
just
fair.
and right. Okay, who is,
Right and fair.
yeah, we could say right and fair. That's even more simple. Okay, so look at the meaning. Allah is the one, that's why I say, guys, break the meaning down to the most simple form that you understand. And I think this is simple. He's the one who forms decisions based on reasons, and he is the one who is right and fair. Good job. So now come on. We said he decides when we leave this earth. He decides the weather. He decides who to bless and whom to punish. What else?
Assalamu alaikum.
Can-
Go ahead.
Allah decides who he wants to guide.
Okay, don't put it in the same, is that a category already mentioned? Does that fall in any of these three categories? I don't want y'all to keep saying the same thing over and over. You said who to bless. If Allah guides you to Islam, isn't that a blessing? Is that a blessing to be guided to Islam? Yes, so don't repeat the same thing. That's what I see a lot of y'all do. Y'all keep doing the same thing, just synonyms. You're using synonyms of the same word.
Look at
Okay.
Facebook.
Is this
Well,
if
let me
I
look on
said
Facebook. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, look at Facebook.
Okay. He decides our parents for us. Wait, let me look at the top. Allah is the one who concludes how we will be compensated. Okay, that's when we leave this earth. He decides our parents, that's blessings. He decides, oh, good job, brother Ahmad. He decides to answer dua the non-Muslim. No, not really. Y'all making it too. Come on, this is better than this. These answers can be better. Allah proves he is the judge, the giver of justice, by deciding when we leave the earth, by deciding the weather, by deciding who is blessed or who's to be punished. Go ahead, Faiza.
Okay. I have, he is the only one who instructs what is lawful and unlawful.
Instructs is a different name. Allah is the instructor.
Or
We're not talking
decide.
about instructing. We're talking about judging.
He's the one that decides what is lawful and unlawful.
Okay. He decides what is lawful. Good job. And unlawful. And that's just. His laws are, and his decisions are just, are fair. So he decides what is lawful and unlawful. He decides who to bless and who to punish. He decides the weather. He decides when we leave the earth. Anything else that you guys would want to say? Your answers on Facebook were too, you know? Anything else? There's so many things we can come up with. What's right, what's fair. He decides what laws what laws.
I have another one.
Go ahead.
He's the only one that decides who to appoint as leaders for mankind and jinn.
Okay, he decides what laws and rules are best, because somebody gave that on Facebook, I think I see that, or I hope that's what somebody's typing on Facebook. Okay, y'all got to put the laws, or laws. Didn't somebody say something about laws? This is how it should be worded. Okay, he decides what did you say about the rulers? I want to make this where it's not going to go into.
He's really the one who decides to appoint leaders.
Not really, because people appoint leaders. We appoint leaders. We don't know if our leaders are worthy of being appointed. We could say a prophet, but we already put that in another answer. You know what I mean? I want y'all to get something different. We already said that for another name of Allah, he's the best that chooses. He chose the best of men to be prophets. But I want y'all to make this to something that you see here. He decides who leaves the earth. We can't control who dies and who lives. We can't control whether it's going to rain or snow. We can't control who is blessed or punished. We can't control what the lawful and the unlawful is. We can't control what laws and rules are best, but we can control who we appoint to a leader. You see what I'm saying, Pfizer? You want it to be something that humans can't do. And by the way, laws and rules can cover that other answer. So give me another one, guys. Another example as to what how Allah proves that he is the one who forms decisions that are right and fair. He forms decisions, huh?
He decides what our rights are as people, say as parents, as husband.
Okay, what category? Y'all keep talking. What category does who your parents and all that fall under? That's already up there.
Okay, I guess that's laws.
Yes, to come to it, y'all got to think out. Don't be narrow-minded. Allah hates narrow-minded people. Y'all got to think outside the box of babies, making babies, having a parent, being born. We come with those same, think outside the box. Look at the big picture. Okay, something else.
Can I say that Allah is the one who decides in which level we're going to end up in the hereafter?
What category does that fall in?
Oh, I guess
that falls in who to bless, who to punish.
Oh, okay.
Y'all got to think outside the box. We have to stop being narrow-minded. Come on, look around you, look outside, look up, look down. And what is it that you see every day in your life that is Allah showing you, telling you that he is the one who forms the best decisions based on reasoning? What do you experience in your personal life that shows that Allah proves that he is the one who is just and fair? Come on, guys. What is Allah saying to you in your personal lives every day? How does he prove to you every day that he is the one who is just? I can think of about 100 things that he is the one who is fair.
Let's try this one. Allah decides our careers for us. You know,
what category does that fall in?
Let's see. A blessing. Okay.
There you go. Y'all got to think outside the box. Stop going into the obvious and think about that which is not as obvious, but it really is obvious.
What about when he decides, like when the sun rises and sets?
What category does that fall in?
Weather.
There you go. Sister Latifa, what category does deciding your life fall in? That falls in the first category. He decides when you leave this earth. Think outside the box. Sister Fatima, Alima, everything is not based on supplications and praying and fasting. We're not talking about worship. This is not the name of worship. This is how Allah brings justice to you. What does your supplication have to do with Allah proving to you that He is the one who is just and fair? Think about how man is unjust, but Allah is just. He proves that He is just by the laws He makes, the rules He makes, by the weather He brings, where the blessings and the punishment we receive, our life, our death. What else? Just come up with one more. I can think of about 10 more. Come up with one more. Go ahead, somebody. Y'all cover some good categories there. Y'all got the number one categories: life, earth, punishment, blessing, laws. Y'all got the number ones. Just one more. Just one more, guys. It is so obvious. So many are so obvious that y'all ain't even got. Y'all can't think. Pfizer, you can't think of another one. I mean, if Fresno, help them out. Give me a proof that Allah shows us that He forms the best decisions, that are all His decisions are just and fair. He determines who's going to live and die. He decides who lives and who dies. Let me make it more theatrical, then y'all can come up with it. He decides who lives and dies. He decides whether it will rain, snow, or hail. He decides who to bless and whom to punish. He decides what laws and rules are best. Come on, guys, one more. Y'all got
He also decided on which of the human kind to raise above to teach us, to give us.
Anissa, that ain't got. I made this dramatical, and you done took it off to something different. Come on, guys.
Allah decides who He wants to forgive and not forgive.
Okay, but how do you know if that He's being just or fair? It's something that He shows you guys. You can't see Allah's forgiving you. You don't even know if He is forgiving you. Something that He shows us every day. When you look at people live and die, you know that no human being can do that but Allah. When you look and see that it's raining outside and it turns to snow, we experience all 4 seasons in one day. It can be 50 degrees and go down up to 80, then down to 20. Only Allah can do that. When you see a person have it all and lose it all, you know only Allah can cause that. And you know nobody's laws out trumps His. So what else? Give me another one, guys.
Allah decides who's sincere in worship.
Come on, that ain't got nothing to do with anything here. Can you see who Allah chooses to be sincere? This is something you see in your face, guys. Look out the window, look up, look down, look around, look at the people around you. What is it that only Allah decided that no human being could, and it's right and it's fair? This is something that you see, touch, feel, taste, not something that you don't know. Come on, guys, wake up. I'm putting this down so I can see who's here. Sister Vicky, come up with something. Brother Tarek, come up with something. Tony, come up with something. Latifa, come on, this is evil. You a teacher. You are a teacher. Just stop overthinking it. Just come up. Bam, bring it out. Something that only Allah shows us that He decided.
Allah decided to put us on this earth.
Oh, who said that? Who was that?
That was me, Khadija.
Khadija, just hang it up. You keep on saying the same thing over and over. Can you see who Allah put on this earth? We already put that in a category. What category does that fall in? That falls in living and dying, living and dying, living and dying, guys. Don't keep talking about living and dying. Look out the window. What is it that you see in front of your face that determines that only Allah knows what's right and fair?
He decides what we're tested with.
He decides what?
What we're tested with.
See, the children can think, but that's okay. But that's a good answer, but not really what I need, because we already got that under blessing and punishing. But you did good. Allah determines who to bless and who to punish. That's already a category. Look out the window. What is something that you see in front of your face that proves that Allah is the judge, that he's the one that gives justice?
The universe.
Look out the window. Nisa, no. Look out the window. Can you see the universe? Look out the window. What do you see? What do you acknowledge in front of you? Or what can you touch? What can you taste? What can you feel, people? That is proof that only Allah is the one that gives justice.
The air we breathe.
Sister Shahida, we already said that. Sister Laylee, I don't know where you at. Sarah, that's already been mentioned. Mariam. Good job, Mariam. Mariam got one I can take. Good job. Let me reword it though. Mariam said, Allah is the one who gives justice, who determines what's right and fair by exposing the oppressors. But I really want something that, how do you know? How do you know it's an oppressor? You're on the right path, Mariam, but narrow it down, make it more clear. Make it something that no human being on this earth can refute. Remember, guys, I tell you, this is how the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught the companions the names of Allah. When he would tell them one of Allah's names like this Allah is the judge. He's the one who determines what's just. He determines what's fair. You and I can't determine that. We think we can, but we end up hurting someone or transgressing someone in the process. So he would tell the companions, I want you guys to think outside the box, to look around, look at your life, look at what you're experiencing in your life. Tell me, what is it about what you encounter, what you experience, that proves that only Allah can determine what is just and fair? What is it in your life that is the proof that this is something that no human can do? They can try, but they can get it, but they get it wrong. Allah never gets it wrong. Come on, guys. What can you think of? Just one more. Y'all got the major categories here already. Y'all did the major categories. He is just and fair in his determination of who lives and who dies. He is just and fair as to whether it will rain, snow, or hail. He is just and fair in determining who to bless and who to punish. Oppressor falls in that category, Mariam. He is just and fair in determining what laws and rules are best for us. He is also just and fair in determining. Come on, guys, fill it in for me. I'm typing it to fill it in. Determining, come on. He is just and fair in determining, come on. Just and fair in determining. What comes to your mind? without thinking, what comes to your mind first?
Our decree.
Hello? What? The future will hold for you. That's a good one. See, without thinking, y'all see how it comes. A law is just and fair in determining what the future will hold for you. What the future holds for you. You end up being a nurse. You became a nurse. Allah determined that. He was the judge. He formed the decision when you was a baby in your mother's womb that you would grow up and become a nurse. And look how just, look how right, look how fair he was in that decision, because look how good a nurse you are. That's why I was telling you guys, think outside the box, but look at yourself, look at your life, look around you, look where you are. El Hakam.
Can I try?
Go ahead.
Okay, what about he'll decide if
I didn't hear her. Did she say an answer? Okay.
sorry, he'll decide what memories that he may
Okay.
cause us
No, this is good
to
enough.
forget.
No, this is good enough. Y'all, we got the good ones here, because now y'all gonna take it back to stuff that's not really proven to anything. Okay, Allah. People on Facebook, you guys need to work on not coming up with things that fall into categories. Stop coming up with synonyms of the same thing. Allah is El Hakam. He is the judge, the giver of justice. He is the one who forms decisions that are just and fair. He proves this to us every day by determining who lives and dies. He also proves this to us every day by deciding whether it will rain, snow, or hail. He proves this to us every day by determining who to bless and whom to punish. He proves this to us every day by deciding what laws and rules are best for us. He proves this to us every day by determining what the future will hold for you. Mashallah. Good categories, good answers. Y'all really hit on the number one answer and categories. So now let's go to the next part. The next part is, how can we incorporate these examples that you guys gave as attributes for ourselves? Okay. How can we take those examples you guys have given and incorporate them as examples for ourselves? And again, the key words are, let me put this lighten this. The key words are, let me lighten this too. Living, dying, rain, snow, or hail, who to bless, who to punish, laws and rules, and the future. Those are the key words. The future, laws and rules, blessing or punishment, rain, snow, or hail, living and dying. Those are the key words you're going to base your attributes on. Go ahead. Who's going to start us off? This is not easy, is it? For those of you new joining us on Facebook, learning the names of Allah, nobody's ever taught you the names this way, have they? Unfortunately, this is the problem. Come on, guys. We have the Jamila Pasha's clothing that I want to look at. So let's get through this real quick. Start us off, somebody. Faiza, Anissa, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it. For the first one, by knowing that Allah is the one who decide when I will live and die. I should try my best. I should try my best to live each day, doing the good, the deeds that are pleasing to Allah. Because I don't know when He will.
Okay, we live each day doing deeds pleasing to Allah because only He
knows when we will die.
Knows and decides when we die. Good job. That's one for that. That's for the first one. Come on, somebody else. I want to see the clothes that Jamila Pasha got today. I need to go shopping to cheer myself up. Come on, let's
Hey,
go.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
For the first one, I would say, since Allah decides who lives and dies, you know, we as humans, we shouldn't be attached to people because people come and go, and we all must face death and move on.
We also not attach ourselves too much to people. Whereas we have a problem accepting their departure. Okay, go ahead. Go to the next one, y'all. Good job. That's good enough for that first one. Come on to the next one.
For the second one relating to the rain or snow, we should appreciate having that decision made for us, because Allah knows when it should rain, when it should snow, where it should rain, where it should.
So what is you saying? Get to the point.
I'm saying we should accept.
Accept what?
Accept Allah's.
We accept that Allah controls
the weather.
The weather. So we make the most of it when it occurs. Or we get the most benefit. We make the most benefit from it when it occurs. Okay, go ahead. Jayla, let me see how you look. I saw your graduation. You looked really nice. MashaAllah. Who was all the cheers for you? Who was all them people cheering for you?
Everybody that I know.
Yeah, because I know you got more cheers than anybody. Okay, next one, guys. What about blessing and punishing? Are you coming here, Jayla?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm doing a class, so call me back. I'm here all day. You know I ain't going nowhere. So I'm like, okay, what about the next one, guys? Blessing or punishing? We take the most benefit. We take the most benefit. We take benefit from the weather when it occurs. Come on, guys, some more. Come on, you guys are doing good. Don't stop now.
Okay.
We should not go to people and say that they're going to be punished, because only Allah decide if they're going to be punished or blessed.
Okay. We also understand that we should not curse others or damn others, because it may be ourselves that end up damned or cursed. Okay, another one, guys.
We should accept His laws and rules because they are best for us.
We should live and honor the laws and rules of Allah, because man's laws and rules lack the justice that his carries. Okay, some more. Anybody else?
What about, since we know that Allah is like just and fair, we should be very optimistic about our futures and not, you know, question Him, because, you know, He knows what's best for us.
We should live each day filled with hope and optimism, since none of us knows what Allah has in store for us, okay? These are good. You guys are doing good with this part.
Sister Layla, can I add on to the laws and rules?
Sure.
I was just going to say that we should live and honor his laws and accept them without question.
Where am I at? Where we at? We should live and honor the laws and rules of Allah because man's laws and rules lack the justice that his carries. We also will accept the laws of Allah. What was the rest you said?
Without question.
Without question. Okay, that's good. Okay, good job. Some more?
Alaikum. Can I just add to the bless or want to punish? When Allah blesses us, we should show our gratitude to him. And when he punishes us, we should seek for his forgiveness, like repent.
When good things happen to us in life, we should thank Allah and show gratitude to him. And when bad things happen, we should do what?
We should seek for his forgiveness and repent.
We should seek forgiveness of the things we need to be forgiven of. Okay, good job. Any more?
I was going to add on to the first one where it says he decides who lives. So since Allah decides whether or not, when we live or die, we should, form careful decisions based on reasoning when we do deeds or we just like disobey him, because, whatever happens to us in the hereafter is because of our own doing, if that makes sense.
Okay. We should take the time to do what? To
form like careful decision making, or like move with reasoning, like make choices based on reasoning and not just do it without thinking, like
decisions based on good reasoning and not just what is it you're trying to say, and not make bad.
Yeah, so you know how people just do without thinking and never think about the consequences? Like sort of like holding yourself
without thinking of the consequences. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, let me put this back up here. We will also not attach ourselves to much. Okay, good job. Anything else? Let's read what we got so far. Allah is El Hakam. He is the judge. He is the one who forms decisions based on reasons that are just and fair. He proves it to us every day by determining who will live and who will die. Also by determining whether it will rain or snow. Also by determining who is blessed and who is punished. And by determining what laws and rules are best. And also by determining what the future holds for us. So how can we incorporate these proofs as attributes of ourselves? Well, we live each day doing deeds pleasing to Allah because only he knows and decides when we die. We should take the time to form careful decisions based on good reasoning and not jump without thinking of the consequences. We will also not attach ourselves too much to people, whereas we have a problem accepting their departures. We accept that Allah controls the weather, so we take benefit from it when it occurs. We also understand that we should not curse others or damn others because it may be ourselves that end up damned or cursed. We should live and honor the laws and rules of Allah because man's laws and rules lack the justice that his carries. We also will accept the laws of Allah without question and live each day filled with hope and optimism, since none of us knows what Allah has in store for us. And when good things happen to us in life, we thank Allah and show gratitude to him. And when bad things happen, we seek forgiveness of the things we need to be forgiven of. MashaAllah. How does that sound? MashaAllah. See how good you guys did? See, it's not really hard to do, guys. It's just that a lot of times you guys, since you've never been taught this way, because I am the only daya here in the West that I know of that teaches the names this way. And this is the way the Prophet taught the companions, okay? So since it's something new that you've never been taught, you guys, it's the part of the human nature to make it hard. So you guys are overthinking it. But when you just flow it out your heart, just bring it out your heart, it rolls out like water. It's not really hard, because every day Allah proves us through our existence every day how he is all these things. It's just that we don't count the blessings of Allah like we should, or we don't see them. We're too busy focusing on the negative things in life, the problems of life, that we overlook the good things and the lessons that Allah is trying to tell us in life. Okay, mashallah, you guys finally did good. You did the best, the number one categories. I mean, I'm very proud of you guys. It's just the only thing that you have to work on, that I want you guys to continue to work on, is thinking outside the box. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, most people are narrow-minded, and Allah hates narrow-minded people. Allah loves for us to be able to look and see the big picture, to think outside the box. I want you guys to work on that, because I see a lot of you are saying the same thing over and over again, just using different synonyms. When a category is given, accept that category and know what all falls in that category and move on to the next category. That's what the Prophet tried to teach the companions to do, and he did succeed in doing that. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys to do, okay? But other than that, you guys did good today. Okay, any questions about this name? And let me put it back up on the screen. Oh, what happened to my name? It better not be done where this appeared. Any questions about this name? El Hakam. El Hakam, the judge, the one who brings justice, the one who forms the best decisions, and all his decisions are right, just, and fair. He proves that to us with the laws and rules he made for us. He proves that to us by determining when you and I will live and die. He determines who's to be blessed and who's to punish. We see this every day in our lives. No human can do these things. No human can control these things. And by the Prophet teaching the companions this way, this is how other people of the Quraysh converted to Islam. Because the hardest thing that he had to do was prove to the people that Allah does exist. And the only way he could get them to see that Allah exists is by teaching them the names of Allah like this. Because you can't help but say, well, that's right. No human can determine what the future is going to be. So there must be a God. Oh, no human can control who lives or die. There must be a God. Okay, any questions?
Sister Leila, can I add one?
Yes.
For the one about Allah determining the future, since Allah is the one who determines our future, we should seek Allah regularly for guidance.
We can do that, yes, although guidance falls in a different name.
Oh, okay.
I want you to really keep the other names out. We're going to do, I think guidance is tomorrow. Yeah, but yes, we could say that too. Yes, I could reword that better where it don't sound like guiding. Yeah, but that's a good one too. Yeah. Any other questions or comments? Okay, I'm going to close up on Facebook. For those of you on Facebook, please be sure to join the Quran Tajweed class with Brother Muhammad. It's going on right now. Go to the Quran Tajweed class, and also don't forget my Hadith class later tonight. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu